All right, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to Breakpoint Breakdown. We are back after the epic Wimbledon that we had. 1 week's hiatus, but we've had quite a bit of news come through. The main news we're here to talk about is Canada and the Canadian carnage that has already started even before the tournament has begun.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
Sinner, Alcaraz, Draper, and Djokovic
Oh,
all out of Toronto. The scheduling is it's this year it's been bad because
yeah.
Canada and Cincinnati for the first time are 2 week Masters 1000s, which means they've been moved up earlier, closer to Wimbledon. So there's less time to recover now from the end of Wimbledon to the start of Canada. There's not even 2 weeks. I think it's a week and a half, like
Yeah.
to get to Canada. So players obviously that went deep at Wimbledon, they're tired, so they're gonna want to break. So we'll see the big names come back for Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
rightfully so, yeah.
the schedule concerns for these ATP players. They're they're becoming more and more. We're seeing it more often now, and I feel like a big part of this has been making many of the Masters 1000s 2 weeks.
Yeah, the whole scheduling in general is very, very clumped up. I feel like there's not enough like not enough emphasis on the time constraints that we have compared like from now to the US Open. If they prolong the US Open for like a couple weeks, then it would be much easier for players to adjust. But with the whole scheduling, I mean, it's just too much. There's not enough time to do everything that they have to do between Wimbledon and the US Open.
Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit about this later too, but I'm thinking at the end of the year in December when there's no tennis, we're gonna come to you and we're gonna do some fun activities. And one of those activities is we're gonna try to figure out a better schedule for these players. Because yesterday as well, when we were texting, you mentioned something about moving Wimbledon, and I was
Yeah.
very surprised about that. But so that'll be fun to do
Yeah,
later
yeah, for sure.
when there's no tennis on. Well, let's get to each of these players and why they've withdrawn. So let's start with Alcaraz. I have a statement here from him, so I'm going to read this here.
Mhm.
After many consecutive weeks of competition without rest, I will not be able to play in Toronto this year. I have small muscle issues, and I need to recover physically and mentally for what comes next. To the tournament and to my fans in Canada, I am very sorry. I will see you. I believe he meant to say I will see you soon. So that's what Alcaraz had to say. Once again, just echoing how we need more time in between Canada and Wimbledon.
Yeah, I mean, especially for him too. I mean, this guy played mostly the entire clay season aside from Madrid. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and
he's basically
he went deep in every tournament.
yeah, he went. I mean, if he didn't get a cramp in Barca, he would who would have known? He would have won that match too. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's just the scheduling is very, very rigorous, especially in the clay season. There's not much room for any recovery. So I mean, it's good for him to get that break as well for himself. I mean, as a player too. I mean, I want to see him do something on the hard court, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's get to Sinner next. Now, Sinner and Djokovic were actually in the same statement. Canada actually put this statement out. So it says Yannick Sinner and Novak Djokovic have been forced to withdraw from the 2025 National Bank Open in Toronto as they recover following Wimbledon. Jack Draper has also withdrawn due to injury. Now we'll get to Draper in a second and Djokovic, but let's get to Sinner first. Sinner, remember, injured his elbow at Wimbledon,
Yeah.
and he played through that. It wasn't a big concern, but he did have that. He was wearing the sleeve and the tape,
Mm-hmm.
and I think even though he won it, he still wants to just give it a little bit extra time to make it sure it heals fully, so that it doesn't bother him through the hard court season.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, especially for a player that hits the ball like he does, yeah, he needs his arm to be top tier. So, man, yeah, it's good for him to get a break as well. Good for him to get a rest. He was playing very tedious as well. As soon as he got back, I mean, he played Rome, went instantly into Roland Garros. He won, I believe Halle was it? Yeah, he won Halle. Yeah, when it was
No,
Bublik that won Halle.
he won Wimbledon.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay, he won Wimbledon. Sorry, those are his two titles of the year. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's good for him to get rest as well. I mean, it's not really much else I can say about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you hinted at actually one of my favorite Sinner stats this year, which is that he has two titles this year, and they're both slams.
Australian and
Yeah.
Wimbledon. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to Novak now. Now remember, Novak had that fall against Kaboli, and
Yeah,
he
that
was
was bad.
definitely hampered when he played Sinner in the semis. It was clear he wasn't
He
100%.
was, he was
He
so
has that groin injury, so I think he's kind of cited that as that's why he can't play Canada. But man, Djokovic hasn't played Canada since 2018.
yeah. That's just bad on the tournament directors in general and the scheduling of the ATP. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing else really more you can do about that. I mean, it's just bad scheduling overall.
Yeah, I honestly I don't think Djokovic will ever play Canada again.
He
It
won't.
it seems like that, yeah.
He doesn't need any masters anyway. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to Draper then. So Draper is probably the most concerning here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a statement from him here. He said, "After Wimbledon, I picked up an injury in my left arm. Nothing serious, but I have to make sure it recovers fully for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, I won't be able to compete in Toronto and Cincinnati. See you in NYC." So Draper is not only pulled out of Canada, he won't be in Cincinnati either, which is a bit concerning as well because he's already pulled out of Cincy as well.
Yeah, that is very concerning as well. It lowers my expectations for him at the U.S. tremendously. I don't really know what we'll get from him. I hope he can recover from the injury, but yeah, I mean, pulling out of two Masters is definitely detrimental to his ranking as well and the opportunities that he could have had.
Yeah, I look, I think it is kind of precautionary too, because I think he wants to be good for the US Open. Remember, he made the semifinals last year. He has a load of points to defend there. So
Yeah.
he really wants to make sure he's healthy for that. But that's going to be interesting to see how Draper goes forward.
Mhm.
Couple of other withdrawals from Canada. Korda and Hurkacz are both out of Canada. They went pretty deep last year too. They will both leave the top 50 after Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
mean,
Because those guys at their best are top 10 or at least borderline top 10. So
yeah, I mean, that's upsetting for both of them. I mean, Hurkacz has been dealing with a slew of injuries, so I'm not really surprised there. But for Korda, that's going to be a hit for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now Canada, number one and number two seeds will be Zverev and Fritz. So it's pretty downgraded field. It's actually pretty similar to Washington now, which
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit about in a second. But yeah, Zverev and Fritz, they will lead the fields. Let's get to some other news outside of tournaments. Holger Rune is trialing with Andre Agassi currently. What do you
Yeah.
think of that?
I saw his statement on it. He says Agassi sees the game in a unique way, and Agassi had a lot of positive statements about Rune as well. So I mean, I don't know what we're gonna see. I mean, I hope it's not a sort of Andy Murray Novak Djokovic situation where Murray was his coach for a while, they didn't mesh, then Andy Murray just dipped out. I mean, I hope Agassi and Rune can make it last because that would be a really cool duo to see. So yeah, I mean, Agassi's like calm demeanor as well. I feel like it'll definitely be a help to Rune's mental as well. I mean, we saw it live at the BNP. The guy's mental was down the drain. So I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes for sure.
Yeah, I hope Agassi will be long term for Rune, but most of all, I hope Agassi will help Rune to kind of find an identity in his game,
Oh
a
yeah.
type of game where he can go to when he's in trouble. I feel like that's what's going to help Holger get back to where to the top and hopefully contend for slams, which is what he wants and what we want to see as well as tennis fans. He also hired Marco Panici, who's the former trainer of Djokovic, and most recently Sinner. Sinner just split with him right before Wimbledon. So Rune, I mean, he's getting all the stars.
He is getting all the stars. I mean, we talk about Zverev and working with Tony Nadal too at Rafael Nadal's academy. That was what shocked me. I mean, if Tony's able to get Zverev in that game where it has to be in his confidence, I mean, Zverev could be a weapon.
Yeah. And he's also reported to be mentored by Rafa.
Yeah, that was what shocked me. That's what really shocked me. I
Yeah,
mean, we
that's what
saw Rafa help him out in the I think it was the Labor Cup like a while ago. You remember that
yeah.
clip of like them
Yeah,
walking
there's a
like
clip of them, yeah, talking, yeah.
yeah, talking against Zverev, yeah. So yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, it would be a crazy advancement if he was able to use Tony Nadal and Rafael Nadal. If they were to coach him, that would be revolutionary, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting to see. Again, this very with Tony Nadal is still a report. It's not official yet, but it is pretty likely.
Mhm.
Just one stat I have here. Djokovic is celebrating his 900th week
Yeah,
in the top 10.
I saw that today. Yeah, that's crazy. I saw that he's gonna probably gonna end up surpassing Nadal and Federer, maybe Federer if he keeps on
Yeah.
playing for the next year. Maybe Federer.
Yeah. All right. So we have Washington this week. It's a 500 event. Pretty good field. Some of the names I have here. We have Fritz, Musetti, Runa, Shelton, Rublev, Tiafo, Demonar, Medvedev, Kaboli, just to name a few. So those are some pretty big names.
It
Good
is pretty
field in
big names, yeah.
Washington. Do you have early? I mean, who are you thinking might win the tournament as of right now?
Honestly, probably Fritz.
Yeah,
Fritz or Shelton, yeah. Shelton, my reason being because both he can serve through almost everybody on that list, aside from like Medvedev and a couple others. So yeah,
yeah. Musetti, I'm still not sure about on hard courts.
yeah. Musetti on hard courts is still kind of sketch for me. I don't expect that much from him on hard court, but we'll see where that goes. Yeah.
Yeah, Runa's still starting with Agassi. I think you're right. I think it's Fritz Shelton, maybe Medvedev as well. Medvedev does have that new racket. I'm
Got a new
interested to
second
see.
fiber. He could pull through with that. Yeah, it looked amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have some more US Open mixed doubles updates as well. So some teams have pulled out. Badosa Tsitsipas have pulled out. They're both struggling with back injuries, so that makes sense. Draper and Zhang are out as well. Zhang is injured. Draper also has an injury, so they're out. We have some new teams. We have Anisimova Runa, which is really interesting because I feel like they could be pretty good because
So random.
yeah, I know they're all random. Like, how about Vekic and Hurkacz playing together?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
We have Venus Williams and Riley Opelka playing. We have
Okay.
Felix Auger-Aliassime playing with Dabrowski, who's a double specialist.
Okay.
Uh, we have two Americans. We have Jovic playing with Brooksby. We got Bolter playing with Demon, or probably the not surprising one. Bolter is
Yeah, it's not really
playing.
surprising. Yeah.
And then Mukova is playing with Rublev. That's an interesting pairing. They actually,
Okay.
I've seen they get along pretty well. They might be a good team.
That
But
works.
those are
Yeah.
some more mixed doubles updates for the U.S. Open. Looking forward to that. Okay, we have a bit of a channel announcement now. So we are getting closer to starting school again, and we have some other work going on as well. So with that starting, because it's very chaotic and there's a lot of work to do, I'm gonna be taking the podcast now from here on out. But do not worry, Chase will be joining.
I will be
He'll
in
be
one.
joining quite a bit actually. I'll be having him on as a guest a lot of times, especially when there's big matches happening. I'll have him on to
Oh yeah, sure.
help break down some pretty big matches. But a lot of the daily stuff and a lot of the minimal stuff I'll be doing mostly. So that's for us going forward. I mentioned we have a lot of fun activities planned in December when there's no tennis, like the scheduling. We'll
Mhm.
definitely have Chase on for that because he does
Yeah,
have some ideas. I know some
yeah.
contrarian ideas. So that will be interesting. But do you have anything? Is there anything else to talk about before we leave?
Mm, not that I know. Not that I really think we've touched base with basically everything that's
Everything
happened.
since Wimbledon, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, thank you guys all for watching. We do it for our fans. We do it for the tennis community in general. Our handle is Breakpoint Breakdown One on all our platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Please go follow us there and support if you like the content. We love doing it for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the very near future.